Welcome back. It is 6:13. It is time for our Writer's Block segment. Many of you might know this couple as the Crazy Writer couple.
That's us.
That's y'all. Neil Douglas Newton, Elizabeth Horton Newton, thank you so much for being here. Both of you are authors, and you've also gotten into the publishing aspect of this locally. Talk about kind of your passion for this and
well, we kind of met online, believe it or not, because he had a writers group and I joined.
And we're actually both from New York, but I never met her there.
Yeah.
You met here? You're both from New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She went to my father's college, but she never met him. He was a professor.
But we found out that we both liked writing, and we met up a couple of times, and then we fell in love, and now here we are, and he moved down here, and we've been writing ever since.
That's amazing. And recently we've started the Writer's Block segment to kind of highlight some of these local authors, and it's the community of you all that is really special. Talk about how you got into the publishing aspect of this.
Well, that's really interesting. When you self-publish, sometimes it's really hard. It's hard to get published by a big name publisher unless you know somebody and you have a good agent. So we decided, well, let's go ahead and publish our own books. And when we realized how difficult it was, we decided, let's try to help other people. And really, it's not about making money. It's about helping other indie writers get their books published. Knowing how hard it is to get an editor or a cover designer. And we're able to hook them up with the people they need and get the books published for them.
And a lot of people don't realize the process.
It's very involved.
It's involved. I mean, people can actually self-publish, and that's great, but there's also a million people doing it, so it's sort of like a different age. It's better, but it's not easy. And
we do promotions for them. I design, graphics for them to promote them on places like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So I do all that, and I've recently started designing our covers too. So that's going to be a whole new thing for me. But we have an excellent cover designer who did our covers for our books.
Tell me a little bit about your books that you brought with you.
Well, one is Carved Wooden Heart.
Okay.
That's about a young lady. It's got some salty parts in it, but it's a good book. It's about a young lady who meets a man and her growth from that point. Stolen Gypsy is actually something I worked on for a long time. I did a lot of research for that one. It's about a young girl who finds out her parents are not her parents after they die. And people are trying to kill her, and it's got a drug cartel and the FBI and witness protection program. I mean, it's got everything in it. And it's got romance. There's a nice sexy Irishman in there too.
You always need one of those. And tell me about the railroad.
I was actually in the subway 9/11 when the towers went down. And it was pretty weird, and when I came out, this book is inspired by that. It's not totally about that. It is a mystery, actually. It's a murder mystery, believe it or not, but it starts out with that, and it touches on child abuse custody issues where children are returned to their abuser, and that's not the whole book. It's very, very New Yorky.
And it's got love romance in it.
It's got romance in it too.
And I like the fact that the main character has PTSD.
Yes, which is why.
And you can really follow his journey, and it's really very intense.
It's sort of an odd book. It's a mixture of several things, but it hangs together, and it sort of is a personal thing.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming on the show this morning. We would like everyone to sign the book, and then we're going to add it to our bookshelf.
Okay, great.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much. The Crazy Writer couple.
Yes.
You can look us up on Facebook as the Crazy Writer couple.
Okay, great. On Facebook. Well, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, check this out. This beautiful video from Ecuador. Remote volcano lit the sky up last night. This is one of the most